Hello viewers, welcome to another episode of Josiah Agro TV. Today I am here to tell you why we should pay more attention to our local breed of goats. Yes, we're supposed to pay more attention to our local breed of goats. Now, let me talk about goat generally. Goats, these are animals that is being consumed in large quantity all over the world. Be it Christians, Muslims, all of them. I don't think there's any religion that discriminates goat meat. Even the idol worshippers, the traditional worshippers, they even use goat for their sacrifices. Yes. So goat is being consumed by I think every religion, every tribe. So if you're talking about the market for goats, the market for goats is untapped. There's a high demand for goats and goat meats and also goat products like the skin and other of the product that can be used. Now, most of the times we tend to pay more attention to the imported goats than our local breed of goats. The local breed of goat is also a very nice, breed of goats. And when I'm talking about the local breed of goats, I'm talking about the West African dwarf, I'm talking about the Sokoto red and other goats, other species of goat that are indigenous to Africa. Some of the goats we see today that we said they are not big is because we don't even pay much attention to them. You just buy a goat, you allow it to roam about, just move and feed by itself without even care, sometimes no medication. And now you're expecting a goat that is being brought in, that goat have been cared for, have been given a lot of attention to be the same with the local goat. Now, even the local West African dwarf goats, if you give it care, you see that it will grow beyond what the normal West African dwarf goat is supposed to be, to put on more weight than what the normal West African goat is supposed to put on. So if you are a goat breeder and you intend to do goat for meat, specifically in Nigeria, you should pay more attention to the local breed of goats. Because if you have a farm and you want to do slaughter, you want to have a slaughterhouse attached to it. Now, the goats you're going to be slaughtering there are going to be basically the local goats. Yes, the local goats. And when I said the local goat, I've said earlier, West African dwarf, Sokoto red, Sahelian goats, most of those goats that are indigenous to Nigeria, they are our local goats. Now, if you take those goats to the market, those are what you're going to slaughter. You can't take a boa goat to the market to slaughter. You can only use it to improve the genetic of your animals. Like the local ones, you can crossbreed them and have better quality. Now, if you take, let me say, for instance, now you slaughter a West African dwarf or you slaughter some of our local breed of goats, then you slaughter a boa or Kalahari goat. People coming to buy, you're not going to tell anybody, okay, this meat is the meat of a boa goat, this is the meat of a local goat, that you're going to sell the other one more expensive. I don't think people are going to buy. They will tend to buy the one that, what in the market they classify goat meat is goat meat. Nobody is going to say, okay, because this one is more expensive in the market, the boa or the Kalahari, so I want to buy the meat higher. No, they will buy the meat as the meat. Then imagine you buying a goat for, let me say, 2 million naira for one goat, and then you take it for slaughter. How much are you going? If you slaughter it, you're not going to make any money. So if you are doing specifically for slaughter, then you should pay more attention to the West African dwarf, the Sokoto red, the Sahelian goats. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying that the Boa and the Kalahari are not good. They are perfect. They are very good because their kids, they have faster growth rate as compared to our local breed of goats. But I'm just telling you from a Nigeria perspective. Like if you want to do slaughter, if you want to slaughter animal, you're not going to slaughter these bigger animals. So if you're keeping animals with the aim of slaughtering, the local breed of goat should be considered. So we need to pay more attention to them. If you have a goat, and most people want to start, but they don't know how to start. They want to, or they are keeping their mind. They want to start with the improved variety of goats. You have to start. Me normally, I used to tell people, if you're starting a goat farm, you have to start with the local ones. You have to start with the local ones, except you have maybe you have a lot of money that you want to start with the improved variety. If you are a normal or a young farmer out there, you have to start with the local breed. These local breed are good. They are good. They are very good. So you can also keep them, then use them for slaughter. You can keep them, you can breed them, they are good. Then maybe if you have large number, then that is when you can say, okay, maybe I want to improve, I want to have more bigger animals in my farm. Then you can bring in the improved species, and then the improved breed of goats, and then crossbreed them to have, to improve the genetic of your animals. So we ought to concentrate more on our local breed of goats. Another reason is because those our local breed of goats, they are already adapted to our environment. They are used to the environment, the weather, the food, they are already used to it. So they can easily adapt. Now most people think if you bring in a foreign breed of goats or import a foreign breed of goats, and you don't take care of them, you don't feed them, because they have the genetic of growing big, they are going to remain big. No, those animals, you won't end up losing those animals. You might end up losing those animals. So if you're bringing them, you should prepare for their feed, prepare for their medication, and a whole lot of stuff, that you're going to use to take care of them. They are not just like the West African dwarf. If you go to the villages, you see the West African dwarf goat, you see some of the Sokoto red, you see them just roaming about and fending for themselves. They're just there looking for food by themselves. So if you pay more attention to our local breed of goats, and you accumulate a lot of numbers, you get a whole lot of numbers, the local breed of goats can make you a millionaire in a very short time. You don't need to start with the bigger ones. The local breed of goats can make you a millionaire in no time. Now even this local breed of animals are now becoming very expensive in Nigeria. They are now, the price is now going up. Let's take for instance, now you have um some of this local breed of goats. Let me take for instance, let me just take a little number. Now if you have like 40, and you feel like you want to sell 20. Hey, if you want to sell 20, you're already a millionaire in Nigeria. If you have them and they have grown to a particular stage, you sell 20, you're a millionaire already. And raising goats to that number is very easy. If you buy, or you start with, let me say, 10 goats this year, you start with 10 goats this year. Before the year runs out, if those goats, let me just use the minimal number of kids that a goat can have. If those goats are able to give you one kids, if you have 10 goats, they're able to give you one kids. At the end of the year, you've already gotten 20 goats, of which most of them will give you um, twins. Some might give you triplets, like that. Let me just take one. If it's one, then you've gotten 20 goats already. And mind you, goats have the ability to reproduce two times in 13 months. Two times, because there will be a time where they will be breastfeeding. So normally their gestation period is 5 months. So that period where they will be breastfeeding, so it can probably give you kids like twice in 13 months. Yeah. So just check within that time frame. Now if you have 20 gold, before you know it, you have gotten 40. Before you know, you have gotten 100. All you need to do is just to learn some basics about goat farming. Learn some basics now, except you want to allow your goat to roam about. And if you allow your animals, or like your goat, to roam about, they will steal them. People will inflict injury on them. Most of them will be stolen even. But if you're able to fence a place, you don't necessarily need to use blocks to fence it. You can use wood, like the one I have here. You see that it's wood. You can use wood, and if you're in a rural area, you are at the advantage. You have advantage, because you can even go to the bush, go to the forest, cut wood to do your fence. You can fence a place, then keep those animals inside and bring their food to them, bring food to them. In no distant time, you make a whole lot of money. You make a whole lot of money. You just have to learn those things and learn some basics about their medication, how to deworm them, how to give them some multivitamin, and before you know, you're good to go. So let's concentrate more on our local breed of goats. But if you have the money, you can import. If you have the money, you can buy the imported ones, because they are also good. But as an average Nigeria, pay more attention to your local breed of goats. and in no distant time you come back to this channel to comment that you have tried something and it worked for you. So I just want to share this little piece of information with you. If you find this useful, please make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Turn on your notification bell so that next time when I post videos like this, YouTube will notify you. And don't forget to like and drop your comments below what you think about this video. See you in the next episode. Bye bye.